Are you just a cat but you see yourself as a huge lion? Do you feel that everyone should be silent and pay 100% respect to you unquestionably? Buddy! You're suffering from illusion and imagination of being powerful. You have an overblown ego. You are suffering from a psychological condition known as grandiosity and megalomania. Mr. Mutembei Kainga explains more about this condition. A Streetwise Encyclopedia Production Copyright 2024. Welcome to the short documentary Grandiose of Megalomania. These terms echo through history, often attached to figures who've left both awe and devastation in their wake. But what exactly do they mean?
Grandiosity, simply put, is an inflated sense of self-importance. It's the unwavering belief in one's own brilliance, power, and significance, often bordering on or even crossing into delusion.
Megalomania takes this a step further. It's an obsessive preoccupation with power, a relentless drive for control fueled by an unshakable belief in one's own superiority.
Imagine a world where your every whim is law, where your ideas are gospel, and any challenge to your authority is met with swift and brutal retribution. This is the world inhabited by the megalomaniac.
These individuals often lack empathy, unable or unwilling to grasp the perspectives or feelings of others. The line between confidence and grandiosity, between ambition and megalomania, can be thin. However, the consequences of crossing that line can be devastating.
While the exact recipe for creating a megalomaniac remains elusive, psychologists have identified common threads in the early lives of individuals who exhibit these traits.
Often their childhoods are marked by a potent cocktail of neglect and excessive praise. Imagine a child starved for attention, yet showered with accolades for even the most mundane achievements. This confusing dynamic can warp their understanding of self-worth.
They crave validation, but their internal barometer for praise becomes skewed. In some cases, early experiences with power, whether real or perceived, can plant the seeds of megalomania.
A child who discovers they can control others through manipulation or tantrums might, without proper guidance, carry these tactics into adulthood. The absence of healthy boundaries and accountability further fertilizes these seeds, allowing grandiosity to blossom unchecked.
These individuals often grow up surrounded by enablers, individuals who, either out of fear or misguided loyalty, feed their inflated ego. History is littered with cautionary tales of individuals whose ambition morphed into megalomania, leaving behind a trail of shattered lives and societal upheaval.
From emperors who believed themselves to be gods, to dictators who ruled through fear and oppression, the patterns are eerily similar. Caligula, the Roman emperor infamous for his cruelty and depravity, is a prime example.
He declared himself a living god, indulged in extravagant fantasies, and subjected his people to unimaginable horrors. His reign serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, coupled with a delusional sense of self-importance.
Fast forward to the 20th century, and we encounter figures like Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin, men who exploited their nation's vulnerabilities to fuel their own quests for absolute power.
Their regimes, built on propaganda, fear, and the systematic elimination of opposition, stand as chilling testaments to the horrors that megalomania can unleash on the world. Megalomaniacs are masters of manipulation, employing a range of psychological tactics to maintain control and suppress dissent.
One of their most potent weapons is fear. They understand that a terrified populace is less likely to question their authority. They create an atmosphere of constant anxiety where any perceived slight against their rule can have dire consequences.
Propaganda is another key tool in their arsenal. They weave elaborate narratives that paint them as saviors, geniuses, or even messianic figures destined to lead their people to greatness.
Dissent is crushed, often brutally, and any voice that dares to challenge their narrative is swiftly silenced. They surround themselves with yes-men individuals too afraid or too blinded by loyalty to offer any genuine criticism.
This creates an echo chamber where their worst impulses are amplified, and any semblance of rational thought is drowned out by the chorus of sycophants.